Hello, my name is Charlie, and I'm going to start documenting my dropshipping / e-commerce journey here on YouTube. I started dropshipping about a year ago, and I've found it to be quite a difficult path. There's been a lot of ups and downs. Few ups, but probably a lot more downs. And I want to start holding myself accountable here on YouTube. Hopefully I can build a bit of a community and also inspire others to start whatever they want to do, whether it is dropshipping, whether it is any sort of business model or whatever. So I started about a year ago. I grew up in Australia, and I dropped out of high school when I was 16. Didn't get anywhere near university, and I just went straight into the workforce. I was a carpenter at the start, and then I became a plumber for a bit, and then I went into tiling. And I remember just feeling so lost, and also just knowing that it just was not for me. Like I couldn't, I just couldn't do a day job. And I tried many times. I tried even in hospitality, and it was, I always wanted to do something else. I always wanted to build my own thing. I didn't know what it was. And then I came across the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I realized that, I've been saving up all this money. I've been putting it into ETFs at the time, hopefully getting like an 8%, 10% return and then retiring on that. But I realized I wasn't investing anything in myself. So that's when I decided to give dropshipping a go. And it was, a decision that changed my life. About a year ago I started, and probably about 2-3 months into my journey, I decided I was going to move overseas. So I grew up in Australia, and I decided to move over here to Vietnam so I could meet more like-minded people and see the world. And I decided to come over here before my before I had any real success in dropshipping. So it was quite risky, living off savings. And just after I came over, I started to see what I thought was success. I had a store that was on its last legs, and I got a UGC, and it started to gain some traction, and then it started to gain a bit more traction, and I thought I was doing a lot of profit. And there's this thing called GST in Australia, which I think is the equivalent of VAT tax in the UK and America. I think, I'm not sure on that, but I found out I hadn't made any money at all really after like a few months, which was it was quite hard to take after a lot of work and a lot of excitement. So I kept that store going, and it eventually just kept sort of losing money, and I was trying to make it work. And I had one good month where I made a lot of huge changes, and it seemed to do semi all right. And then after that, it died. The ads just fatigued, and it was something I probably just didn't take too serious. I was too busy trying to chase the success, trying to chase the money, and not learning, not trying to learn more about the skills and the journey and how to do it. Instead, I was more just thinking of the success, the money, what's that sort of money going to do in my life and where I'm going to go. And I was I look back now, and I don't think I took it, I definitely didn't take it serious enough. and it's something I want to change this time around. And that is another big reason why I want to start doing this, is to hold myself accountable and hopefully inspire others, and hopefully so others don't make the quote unquote mistake I did of not treating it seriously and not treating it as a real business. So after that store died, I was testing a bunch of other stores, and they also weren't doing too well. I had a few that started to gain a bit of traction, and then another mistake of mine, I didn't fully source it first. I just seen a few competitors running it, and ended up getting the cost of goods back, the COGS back, and it was far more expensive than I thought. So I lost a bit more money there, eventually burned out, and just sort of lost the passion and lost the drive to do it. And I think when I look back now, I just didn't take it serious enough, and I was sort of playing around and trying to just throw stuff at the wall and hoping something sticks. And it ended up coming back to bite me on the ass, especially living overseas and living on savings where you don't have any income. So there's always the thought that if you run out of money, your plan isn't going to go the way you thought it was. So I decided to take some time off about 3 weeks ago, and I am now documenting my journey to hold myself accountable and hopefully inspire others, and hopefully build something big. And the end goal is always to build a real big brand that brings value to the customer and changes the world for the better. A long way away from that right now, but I document this to, I'd like to be able to look back in a few years' time when it happens, that I can, hopefully inspire others. And well, thank you for watching.